It took nearly 6 months, but a drug dealer wanted for robbing his own customers, police say, is finally in jail. And you won't believe where this attempted drug deal was taking place. News Channel 5's Cuthbert Langley working this one down at the CJC for us, and happened at an alarming place, it sounds like, Cuthbert.
Yeah, alarming is a great way to put it, Steve. This actually took place in the Tom Joy Head Start Center's playground back in September, so no doubt raising some concern for parents in that area there of East Nashville. The victim says that he and his friend were going to buy some marijuana there in the playground when this transaction took an even more serious turn. This happened, as I said, all the way back on September 10th. Police say the victim and his friend went to the playground to buy the drugs, and when two unidentified men came up with them, they actually had a handgun and a long gun. Those two armed men pointed the weapons at the victim and his friend and demanded they, quote, come out of their pockets. The drug dealer, and who police are calling the main suspect in this, is 18-year-old Nashawn Darvin. He told the armed guys to take the $100 that was actually intended to be used to buy the drugs. And get this, one of the armed robbers actually ended up firing the long gun at the victim and hitting him in the arm before running away. Facebook, we all know Facebook, that's actually being credited with helping police find their suspect. They believe that they were able to identify Darvin using a Facebook picture. And they're telling me this morning that Darvin was the one who actually set this whole thing up. While he denied working with the suspects, though, police still arrested him and charged him with aggravated robbery and especially aggravated robbery. His bond has been set at $100,000. Those two other people who had the guns, well, police still haven't found them yet and no idea about who their identities may be. We're live at the Criminal Justice Center this morning. Cuthbert Langley, News Channel 5 HD.
In other news this morning, a man accused of raping a juvenile is on the run, and police hope you can help catch him. The Kentucky New Era reports Timothy Brewer is accused of rape. He was last seen in Russellville, Kentucky, but investigators say he may be in Cheatham County now. He has the name Melissa tattooed on his neck and Kinsley tattooed on his forearm. If you see Brewer or know where he might be, you're asked to call police immediately. They say he is armed and considered dangerous. And an escaped mental patient was finally found after being shot by a deputy. Danny Wright escaped from the Middle Tennessee Mental Health Institute last month. He was undergoing a psychological evaluation. Well, he made it all the way to Florida, where he rammed his car into a deputy during a traffic stop. Deputies shot Wright and his passenger. Both are expected to survive, and the deputy who was hit by Wright's car was sent home to recover.
Today marks the one-year anniversary of a tragic small plane crash just right next to the Bellevue Family YMCA. Glenn Mull, his wife Elaine, their daughter, and a granddaughter all died in that crash. Well, since then, the YMCA staff and volunteers have been working to prepare a permanent memorial garden to honor the family's memory. And tonight at 5 o'clock, they'll gather for a brief prayer and ceremony at that memorial site.
It's a big fire out in the front yard there. I don't know if it's kids down there building a fire or maybe trying to burn the house down, but my sister just got to my house. There's one big flames down there.
That was the 911 call for what turned out to be a body burning in a field Sunday. Another witness, Elizabeth Stewart, says she was pulling up to her family's home on Highway 76 near the Robertson-Montgomery County line when she noticed an orange glow in a nearby field. Firefighters discovered it was someone's remains when they arrived. Right now, detectives are not revealing the person's age or their gender. Meanwhile, we've learned the identity of a woman killed in an apartment fire over the weekend. The Elk Valley Times reports Raylene Webb died at the Taylor Way Apartments in Fayetteville. A 5-year-old boy was rescued from the blaze and he is in critical condition. The cause of the fire is under investigation.
A third grader now, taking a tragedy and turning it into something inspirational. A couple of weeks ago, a massive fire destroyed this log cabin on Old Charlotte Pike in Pegram, leaving one family homeless. After seeing the damage, the 8-year-old from Ashland City decided, I can make a difference. Amelia Waldron is now collecting blankets for the homeless through the Amelia Covers CHEATHAM project. Her goal is to collect 200 blankets, and she's asking the community to help her reach that number. You can drop off blankets at the Jackson Insurance in Ashland City, Next in Line location in Pleasant View, and the ARC Community Resource Center in Pegram.
We now know the cause of the fatal accident in Hickman County was speed. Sky 5 captured the scene on Highway 100 near Bell Branch Trail in Hickman County. Troopers tell the Tennessean that Reginald Tidwell died after his vehicle hit another car head-on. The 3 people inside the second car were taken to the hospital with unknown injuries.
Several guns were taken from a Murfreesboro home, and now police are trying to catch the thief. They say it happened on St. Andrews Drive between 3 and 7 on Saturday afternoon. A .40 caliber Smith & Wesson was stolen, with hollow point ammo as well, and several electronics. The victim was able to give police the serial numbers for those items. If you have any information, call the Murfreesboro Police Department.
And thanks to some sharp-eyed deputies, a wanted felon is behind bars. Brandy Klein was arrested on Super Bowl Sunday. She was wanted on violation of probation and felony charges in Putnam County. 2 off-duty sheriff's deputies spotted her at a convenience store. They'd been searching for her earlier that weekend, and they knew what she looked like. 2 others, Tradonna Horn and Daphne Tudor, both face multiple charges for helping Klein avoid arrest. So if you're on the hunt for a new job, get your resume ready. There are more than 50 job openings available tomorrow at a job fair, all of them for machine operators in Manchester and Tullahoma. It starts at 8 this morning at the Viam Manufacturing in Manchester. You do have to apply online first. We put that information up for you on our website, newschannel5.com.